Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about faith, family, home, and farm. I hope you find something on our channel that will encourage you and inspire you on your journey. Be sure to give us a thumbs up, hit like and subscribe, and be sure to turn that little notifications bell on so you'll get notified every time a brand new video is uploaded. We hope to see you in each and every one. Thanks for watching. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to today's video. It's going to be a little different today. No cooking, nothing like that. It's going to be a different kind of video today because I felt compelled to do this. And it's something that I felt like I could share with y'all because I feel like some other people may be going down this journey, wanting to go down this journey, wanting to know more about it, wanting to get into it, just may be afraid to. It's like a little life update. I want to talk to you about like your health today. Okay? And the purpose of this video is I'm just going to start out by saying it. Y'all forgive me this morning. It's early morning. I'm in my pajamas. I'm a hot mess. But all of this is in my mind. And I'm one of these people that if I don't write it down quickly or if I don't get it out there quickly, I start losing the information. And I'm like, man, I could have told them that, but I just can't remember or something like that. So I'm like having to hurry and do this video to help someone before everything starts leaving my mind and I forget all this information, okay? So I'm going to kind of like be spitting things out this morning. And I'm like, you know what? If I take the time to get dressed, if I take the time to just pretty up for a video and care about my looks, I'm going to forget everything and it's going to leave my mind and I'm not going to have anything to share. So y'all excuse me, but I'm like, where's my camera? I got to sit down. I got to spit this stuff out before I forget it all. So here we go. Y'all, I am all for modern medicine because there's been times I've had to have it. But my first option is, because this is what I believe, God put everything here on this earth for our sustainability and resources. And He told us to use it, how to use it. It's in there. It's in the Bible. He created everything for our sustainability and our way of life. Herbs, oils, things that we can use to turn into medicinal purposes. My first go-to is herbal remedies, homeopathic remedies, aromatherapy using essential oils, natural remedies. That's my first go-tos, y'all. I will resort to modern medicine if I have just exhausted all my resources. And I can give y'all some example. Let me make a disclaimer. Y'all, I'm not a doctor. I don't have a degree. I don't have any certification. I'm just using the common sense that the good Lord gave me. Okay? I'm just using my common sense. And I'm using resources. Okay? If I want to know something about something, I'm going to get a book. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to do my research. And I want to encourage each and every one of y'all to do that before you try anything. Number 2, If you are under a doctor's care, please let them know anything that you want to try or you got questions about. Okay? Some herbal supplements may work against modern medicine. Okay? Before you just get in here and then start experimenting with your body, run it by your doctor and say, what do you think? Okay? Number 3, I'm not telling you to ditch your medical doctor. I'm not telling you to quit any medication you're taking. Do not say, well, I saw this girl on YouTube and she said to do this. Don't you get me in trouble. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you, seek options, do your research, ask questions, get advice. I do have a medical doctor. I got a couple of them, okay? I'm going to tell you some things I'm dealing with, and I'm going to tell you about one of my doctors and the relationship that we have. We had. I'll explain that in a minute. I had to get another doctor. I'll explain. I have rheumatoid arthritis that I was diagnosed with when our second child was a baby. Okay? I've been battling with it. How old is he? Y'all excuse me while I do the math. I've been dealing with this for almost 20 years now. At the time this video was made. You may not catch this video till 3 years after it's made. So just know it's been a little longer. Okay? I had no clue what was going on. It hit me all at once. It could have been stemming. I started noticing changes in my body that I'm like, what the heck? Okay? What the heck? I was in my 30s. And I'm like, and then it just started progressing really fast. And I started with the simple things first, ruling them out. I went to a chiropractor. I'm like, could it be this? Then they referred me, you need to try next an orthopedic doctor, okay? Because we really didn't know what I was dealing with. I went through all that mess. And I'll tell you, it started in my hands and my wrists. Tingling, numbness, okay? I thought, what if there's a pinched nerve or something? Hence, chiropractor. Chiropractor. We didn't sing in this office, trust me. We didn't sing. We cracked some bones in this one. But it didn't work. And then he's like, no, I tell you where I went next. He's like, I can't see on the x-rays if there's pinched nerves. Yes, my spine was a little out of whack because in my teenage years, I had been in a bad car wreck. And I got whiplash. I was hit by a drunk driver from behind. And I got whiplash. I thought maybe, okay, maybe the older I'm getting, that's got something to do and it's spreading. I started from there. I was like 19 when that happened. And I got hit by a drunk driver. And I'm like, maybe it's stemming from that. It's progressed. It's gotten worse. I'm getting older. It's beginning to affect. And I think it probably shook up my spine some, okay? And I'm like, okay, let's go to a chiropractor. He did everything he could do. He adjusted my spine, adjusted my neck, and he's like, from the x-ray, we did x-rays, neck to tailbone, okay? No, I think we did a whole body x-ray because he was really trying to see where some of this could be coming from. Okay, so we took x-rays of everything. That man knows my bones, okay? And then he's like, I can't tell from the x-rays if anything is pinched. That's going to have to be determined by a neurologist or a nerve doctor. Yep. I did that nerve conductive study test. Let me tell you right now, I feel for you. If you have to go through one of those, I feel for you. It was not pleasant. It hurt. I cried. I heard someone moaning and yelping out because they were in pain. That sucker hurt. This is where they hook you up to all these little sucky things on every one of your nerves. And they hit this little button on this monitor over there, and they can adjust the intensity or lower it. Higher, raise it or lower it. Just let me tell y'all, that's not pleasant, because they shock every nerve in your body. It hurt. And she told me, I was trying to be so brave, and she said, I had like little tears rolling down my eyes because I was trying to hold it in. And she's like, it's okay to cry. You can cry. I didn't let it all hang out, but the tears just kept coming. I kept it in, but the tears just kept coming, and it hurt. There was no pinched nerves. Well, we ruled that out. Then they're like, there could be a possibility that you could have carpal tunnel syndrome. I've had carpal tunnel syndrome before, but it was a mild case because I was pregnant with our firstborn, and I swelled up so bad it was cutting off the circulation. And I worked in a factory, and I was a sewing machine operator at the time. Y'all, I had to be put on leave because it got to the fact I couldn't use my hands. I needed my hands to do my job. I was a sewing machine operator in an upholstery factory. But I swelled up so bad. I had to wear braces on my wrists. So I'm like, okay, that makes sense because I've had it before. Maybe something's going on. Maybe it's coming back or something. Age creeps in, y'all. We went through that. They did x-rays. And they thought that would take the tingling and the numbness away because they thought that was the problem. Y'all, I got the shots in my wrists. In between those bones right there. I went through that. I cried then too. That hurt. But it only worked for just a little while. It came back and they said, that's not it. So they did another test. On an x-ray, if you have rheumatoid arthritis, spots will show up on an x-ray. And he knew what kind of test to do. He said, if it's not this, it's got to be this. They did a test for lupus. Wasn't lupus. It was rheumatoid arthritis because I had the factors, the blood factors. It showed up. And he's like, okay, well, I think we found your problem. And it showed up, y'all. There was yellow spots on the x-ray where I was getting it. Showed up on the x-ray. So then they referred me to a rheumatologist. So yes, you may have to go start out from the bottom. They're going to rule out. It's called process of elimination. They will take you through different things unless you've got a doctor that's like, I know your problem right off the bat. But y'all, we were out of state at the time. We were 3,000 miles away from home because we were on a work trip with my husband when our boys were little. This was before my boys started public school and we were homeschooling. We took off out west, okay, for a job. 9 months. We were gone on this job. And all these things I started experiencing. And all these doctors, I was away from home. I had to trust some of these doctors. And we had to do process of elimination because they knew nothing about me. Didn't know my history, nothing. But we finally found the problem. So when we got back home, I did start seeing a medical doctor because I had no clue what to do. I had to rely on modern medicine. I didn't know what to do. So we tried different medications until we finally found the one that worked. Okay? So then I started seeing a primary care physician. I said, okay, it's time to, they helped me all they could out west. They helped me all they could. And they said, as soon as you get back home, you need to find a primary care doctor that can help. And then you may have to find a specialist to intensify your health care. So I did. I got back home. Y'all excuse me. I'll tell you this problem in a minute. Ow. And I've already covered it in one video, y'all. Okay, now, I got back home. I found a primary care doctor. Loved him. Y'all, he was my primary care doctor for the next 15 years. 18 years. Primary care doctor. Loved it. You know why? Find you a doctor like this. Someone who is going to take the time to listen to you. If he knows he's taking you on as a long-term patient, you need to make sure you get a doctor that listens to you, to your concerns, your ideas, your negativity, your frustrations, your emotional state when you just break down and say, fix me, that gets you. If you have a doctor that you just feel like is not listening to you, not listening to your concerns, not taking the time, rushing you through each visit, I can't stand that, y'all. I'm sorry. I do have friends in the medical field, but I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and you better take this as constructive criticism, destructive, whatever. Take this criticism. There's nothing that aggravates a patient more than having a doctor that does not listen to them. Don't throw the book at me. And that rushes through a visit because they've got so many other patients waiting in line. I'm sorry, but that's not your fault. That's the person who schedules your appointments. They're not giving you enough time with each patient. Slow the heck down. Listen to your patients. Listen to their concerns, their worries, their ideas, because my doctor did. He knew how I was. I only came to him when I had exhausted every other aspect that I tried. He knew I didn't like taking medicines. He knew I didn't like shots. And I would only take a shot if it was a last resort or if I was just in desperate need. He knew this about me. Because he would say, well, I know you don't like this. I know you don't like this. What have you tried? Get you a doctor like that. Because he would ask me that. Okay? I know you're here because you've exhausted all your possibilities. What didn't work? What do you want to try? He knew me. But a season in his life came up. He had a brother that had gotten cancer, and it progressed too fast, and it was his brother's wish that he take over his practice. He was a doctor too. Two brothers became doctors, and it was his brother's wish that in the event on his passing, he only trusted one other person to take over his practice, and that was his brother, which was my doctor. And it required him, y'all, to move out of state. I missed the memo that he was leaving. Didn't even get to tell him goodbye. We were on a work trip. I missed the memo. I get back home and it's time for me to go to the doctor to have my normal blood work done, y'all, because of the medicine that I have to take for my arthritis. And I'm like, they're like, okay, we need to find you a new primary care physician. Dr. Linder's not here anymore. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. I missed the memo. Y'all, I was stressed because we had such a good relationship. And I'm like, now I've got to find another doctor to develop the same relationship that it took me 18 years to get with this doctor. But I found a good one, y'all. She's very good. She listens. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I've had doctors that I've had to go to because I couldn't get in to see my doctor. And I'm like, give me the next person that can see me. I've had some bad experiences, y'all. Because I felt rushed. I didn't feel like my concerns were heard. And my worries. And nobody was listening to my ideas. Let me tell you right now. When I feel that way, I'll find another doctor in a heartbeat. Yes, girlfriend. I'll find another doctor in a heartbeat. If you make me feel that way when I come to your office, you're not getting me as a patient. Okay? Find you a doctor that will listen to you, not rush you. Listen to your concerns, your ideas. Okay? I rely on modern medicine and doctors if I have just exhausted all my other possibilities. My rheumatoid arthritis, I have to rely on modern medicine because I exhausted all my possibilities. I tried everything. And it keeps it under control. Is it healing it? No. It's keeping it under control and keeping it from progressing fast. What I can do right now. But in anything else, we're talking about like a common cold, virus, infection. Be careful with infections. Try to do what you can for it first. But y'all, common sense would tell you, okay, I'm getting worse. You better go seek professional help. But my next problem is, and my doctor even knew what I was taking. I supplement something with my modern medicine to go with my arthritis. Natural. Okay? I take turmeric. Turmeric is a natural anti-inflammatory, and it has been studied to help with the inflammation of rheumatoid arthritis. So I use it, and I asked him, will these two be okay together? Y'all, I had a doctor that had no problem with me taking herbal supplements, natural supplements to go along with my medicine. Find you a doctor like that. Some doctors will not even hear the word natural supplements. Y'all, that's offensive to them. My doctor worked with me, and he's like, you know what? That is good. They're going to be fine together. Okay. So I take turmeric to go along with my arthritis medicine for the inflammation. I developed a blood clot in my leg. And I had to go to the emergency room because it came on just like that. It had been there, but it had progressed to the point that it started showing actual signs. And then I had to go. The redness, the swelling, the heat was scaring me. Blood clot. And they're like, we got to fix this fast. Because they're afraid of blood clots traveling, y'all, to your lungs or to your brain. Blood clots is not something you want to play around with. Let me stress that right now. Disclaimer, beep, beep. There's things you don't want to mess around with that you will need emergency medical attention. Okay? Don't play. Don't play. So, get the help that you need. I had to go for this. Okay? because it was an emergency. Blood clots have to be taken care of gently. I was put on a medication that was causing too many side effects. I had every side effect of this medication. And I'm like, y'all, I just honestly cannot do this anymore. But it was another side effect that was reported from other recipients that I'm like, aha. When you get a medication prescribed to you and they give you those printouts at your pharmacy, read those things. Read those things. Take the time to read them. Take the time to read possible side effects. Take the time to read reported side effects. Do your research, because one of these was not a possible side effect, but it was a reported side effect, but it was low boy on the totem pole, but it did me the same way. It was affecting me psychologically. I said right then, something's not right. And it's not a coincidence that it started happening when I started taking this. I said, I'm going to do my research. We got to find something. Did y'all know that turmeric is also a natural blood thinner? Y'all, please don't. There's some things you might can take my word for, but some things you need to find out for yourself. Okay? I'm telling you what works for me. I'm not a doctor, y'all. This is just research I've done on my own, and I used my own body. I got nobody to blame but myself if it don't work. But I have found that it helps. So once again, I asked my doctor, hey, did you know that turmeric is a natural blood thinner too? Yeah, that will be okay. See, get you a doctor like that, okay, that knows some things and not afraid to branch out for other forms of relief or help. Okay, my doctor was not stern on not using them. He helped me. Okay, so that's one thing that I take a supplement for along with. Now I got off that blood thinner. It was Coumadin. I got off that. Let me tell y'all right now. Read your side effects. Read those pieces of paper. Then, if you're still not satisfied, get on the internet and look up more possible effects, okay, that other people have reported. It's just not high up on the totem pole, okay? It's not on their list of priority side effects that you need to look for. Look for the ones that nobody is looking for, of how it affects you. Write things down after you take it. If you start noticing something, write it down. Then discuss it with your doctor. They may have to switch medications. All medications are not going to work for everybody. This one may work for this person, but this person's condition and how it's affecting them is going to be different. Adjust the dosage, something. My rheumatoid arthritis medication, we finally had to find the right dosage. And it took time, okay? But y'all, my point being, sometimes it's okay to try to take your conditions and your health is your health. God gave you your body. There is nothing wrong with you trying to take care of your own body first and using the natural resources that God gives. Don't be scared of that. Do your research. I will try to go a natural way first before I resort to modern medicine. And my doctor knew this, and he's like, you wouldn't be here if. He knew me. And then he's like, okay, let's see what we can do for you. Okay? And we work together. But if you want to get into trying to take care of your own body, you know what's going on in your body. Doctors, let me tell y'all something else that aggravates a patient more than anything. When you try to make them feel like they don't know what's going on in their own body. Let me tell you something. We've lived in this vessel all our life. When something's off, we're going to be the ones to know it. Something's not right. You don't live in this vessel. All we can do is voice it to you, but you got to listen. Don't throw the book at me, okay? I'm telling you, you got to listen to your patients. We know something's not right. Just like a mother's intuitions about her baby, and they'll take it to a doctor. I had this experience one time, y'all. I knew something was wrong with our firstborn. I knew something was going on. And I took him to their doctor. His pediatrician wasn't available that day, so the one that was on call. I'm not naming any names because I don't want to bash somebody. But he was just off the top of his head. Okay, this is what's going around. This is what's happening. This is the symptoms. Okay, we're going to go down this route. I knew something wasn't right, y'all. I knew there was something he was missing because this mama felt it. This mama felt it. I had those intuitions. That mother instinct was telling me, he's missing something. He's missing something. He did. He did. I got the first appointment I could with his pediatrician because he was getting worse. One of his lungs had already filled up with pneumonia. The other lung was halfway full. His pediatrician hit the roof when he saw his little lungs. We were this close to him sending us to the emergency room. He hit the roof. I said, next time I try to tell somebody, y'all, that mother kicked in, that mama bear. Next time I try to tell somebody that something's wrong with my baby, somebody better listen. Mamas, go with your gut instinct. God gave you that mother instinct. Use it for your baby's sake. Doctors, you better listen. Yeah, doctors, this is our vessels. We've lived in them, not you. We know when something's not right. We're trying to voice to you what we're experiencing, what we're feeling. Now listen to us, okay? But my point being, God also gives us the common sense to say, hey, this is your body. I've got some resources out there. I created them for you. Won't you check into them? Hello? Y'all, do your research. Okay? You get a little common cold. Do some research. Natural remedies for the common cold. Okay? Doctors' offices are getting flooded these days, y'all, with things, viruses, y'all, that actually there's nothing out there that is going to kill a virus. There's only going to be, viruses have to run their course. It's a virus. There may be some things out there to ease the symptoms of it or to keep you from getting it. You can go whichever route you want to. And you know what I'm talking about. Okay? If you want to start trying to say, hey, I think I want to know something about this. I think I would like to find something naturally instead of this that might work. Okay? I'm encouraging you to sit down and do your homework. Do your research first. And I'm talking be very thorough with your research. Read, reach out, study all the possibilities. then ask questions. Talk to your doctor. Okay? Because that's what I did. And like I said, I will resort to my doctor as the last option because he knew how I was. And my doctor works with me now. Okay? Right now, I'm battling a degenerative disc. And I'm not bashing my doctor, y'all, but he's a rheumatologist. Not a bone doctor, not a back doctor, not a neurologist. And his advice was, we're going to keep an eye on it. We have. We've kept an eye on it for like 4 years. We've literally sat and watched my disc get worse. To where I finally just had to say, send me to a neurologist. I want a second opinion. There's nothing wrong with that, y'all. If you can't get anything out of your doctor, if you feel like something's not right, it's okay to get a second opinion. It's okay to switch doctors. I said it. It's okay to switch doctors. If you feel the need to, it's okay. Don't feel bad about it. It's your body. Take charge. Insurance company these days, y'all have got to the point to where they don't want to do anything. They don't want to pay for anything. You might have to switch doctors for the sake of your insurance. You may have to switch doctors because you feel like this one is not doing for you and your gut's just telling you something's not right. Something's off. Okay? I got referred to a neurologist. Let me say this. I wasn't happy with my appointment. I'm not naming names. And I'm not going to badmouth any doctor. Because this doctor does have good reviews on other patients that he's helped. I don't think he's for me. Because I felt rushed. I was a new patient. And I didn't feel like my concerns were heard. And what he had to tell me, I didn't like. Because basically he almost said the same thing. I can't really do anything till it gets worse. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm trying to stop and keep it from getting worse. Do you not have any more information for me? I got more help from the nurse. She gave me a little packet, a couple of papers, some exercises to try to maybe slow it down from progressing, y'all. And something else. Stretches. Okay? Rehab stretches. Okay? So, I'm going to try them. See where it takes me. His remedy is running some screws up my spine. No. He told me exactly how they're going to do it. They're going to lay you on your belly. They're going to slice your back open. Pull those muscles apart. No. I cringe just thinking about it, y'all. Oh, heck no. We're going to try some of these stretches. We're going to try some of these exercises. A heating pad has become my best friend. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep coming open. My heating pad has become my best friend. Heat has helped me more than anything. I still have this problem, y'all, with my derriere. And I even tried to get them to look at that. Nobody's worried about my butt but me. I said it. Y'all, I'm not kidding. Back when I did my butternut squash video, preserving pumpkins and butternut squash, I had told y'all in one of those videos that I had fell off a stool. Earlier in the season, I had fell off a stool and I landed, pow! But I protected that jar of pickles or something. I was getting out of that cabinet, y'all. I just misstepped off the stool, popped this ankle, went down as I was going down. Big girl going down. Fell right on my backside. I thought it was my tailbone. Your tailbone, when you sit down, your tailbone is those two bones in your butt cheeks. I'm going to get personal, y'all. Two bones in your butt cheeks is your tailbone. That wasn't it. That's not what I hurt. I hurt those little bones. Y'all, I'm not a medical doctor, so I don't know the medical terms to keep from getting embarrassed. But it's those last little set of bones that goes into a V right in your butt crack, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, that's embarrassing, but I'm battling with that, y'all. I even tried to get them to look at those little bones. Obviously, they weren't too concerned about it. But I was. They're just itty bitty 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 bones, like maybe as tiny or tinier than what's in your pinky toe. That's why they're not that worried about it. So a heating pad has become my best friend. And I have to watch how I sit, and I have to spend a lot of time on my heating pad. My free time is spent. I had to bring it with me, y'all. It fell down on that pillow. Become my best friend. I'm hoping and praying, y'all, this does not get worse, but I'm trying to take matters into my own hand. I have also learned that some essential oils will help with inflammation and pain, and I'm getting my husband to rub these on my back, my tailbone, and it gives some relief. Okay, the point of this video, y'all, I didn't mean to tell y'all all my medical issues, but I figured if I didn't give you some kind of example, you wouldn't believe me. Okay? Is that she don't know what she's making all this up? No, no, honey. Let me tell you, this ain't made up. Okay. If you want to go down that route, do your research. Find somebody that has studied in herbalism. Watch some videos on some people that teach herbalism. Read books on herbalism, natural remedies, okay? Plants, flowers, roots, trees. Y'all, you ever heard of the benefits of pine needles? God created everything. Herbs is mentioned in the Bible. Oils is mentioned in the Bible. Y'all, they are adamant in the Holy Lands about olive oil, frankincense, myrrh. Study up on those. There's a lot of benefits to frankincense essential oil, myrrh essential oil. I've brought some books with me to read on some herbs and plants and essential oils. I would like to learn more and get into more and possibly maybe learn how to extract my own. I grow a lot of herbs at home. Mostly I use those for culinary purposes, but essential oils don't just come from flowers. Basil oil, oil of oregano, rosemary, the health benefits of rosemary essential oil, basil essential oil. What else? There's more, y'all, that comes from the herb side. There's some that comes from the flower side, the plant side. Your body is yours. God gave it to you to live in. Your health is yours to be in control of. Battle with your insurance companies, y'all. Battle with them. If they've got something that they don't want to cover, battle it. My husband has found something that helps keep his blood sugar leveled. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is known to have regulative properties to help with blood sugar levels. It helps him. We did our research. We read. We got advice from others. Your health can still be taken into your hands if you're interested. Do your research thoroughly. Ask questions, but still ask your doctor, is this okay? This is what I want to do. Get your doctor to listen to you. Okay? Y'all, I have a friend that lives in my local area that studied herbalism, is a certified herbalist. And no, this is not a paid promotion. She is not paying me to do this video. I just know a gal. If you're interested, she can help you. Even if you don't live in this state, she's got a phone, y'all. She's prone to answering questions over the phone and phone consultations, okay? She has studied herbalism. She's certified in herbalism, botanicals, homeopathic remedies, okay? Acupressure, okay? Also, you women, if you have ever considered home births, she's your gal. She's a certified midwife. And I got a virus that I was negative for COVID. I was negative for the flu. And I'm like, okay, it's a virus that's going to have to run its course. Okay, I did go to a doctor, y'all, because I was running a high fever. And I said, okay, this is not just a virus. It's both. I wound up having a sinus infection, y'all, and it was all up in here. And over here, my face was swelling. The side of my face was swelling. And it was all up in there. It was a bad infection. I wound up having an ear infection. Okay? And it was so bad that I still have a little trouble with my ear. But after the infection went away, the virus side was still there. Okay? So I consulted her and she hooked me up. She sent me some things to help me. And I took them. Now, I still have a little trouble with my ear, but we're working on that. It didn't do any damage to my eardrum because I did go to an ENT doctor. I was like, look, I'm having some problems, you know. And he looked and he looked and he looked and he looked, run a microscope down my ear. He said, your eardrum is fine. Did a hearing test to make sure the infection didn't damage my ear canal or my eardrum, okay? Be careful. This is the reason why they're careful with babies' ears. Okay? My granddaughters had to wind up having tubes put in their ears because their canals were not draining the fluids when they would get a cold. And it would drain the wrong way and it would set up an infection every single time. So they wound up putting tubes in their ears. They've gotten older now. Their tubes have fell out naturally and they're draining now. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But I know a gal. She helped me. She sent me some things. I took them. It relieved. Okay, everything got better. But y'all, the midwifery, if you ever think that you are into having a midwife instead of going to a hospital and you want to go down that road, I know a gal. I will link in the description box below the video where all the information is. Click on that. And I'm going to have her name, the name of the clinic that she runs, and her, I'll try to put her Facebook link in there because on her Facebook link page, she provides you all of her credentials and her certifications of what she studied and what she went through, okay? And then her blog, her website of her office, okay? You can call her anytime. I will put all that information in the description box below. I just want to tell you, I want to open up your options and tell you, your body is your vessel. God gave it to you to take care of. You got options. You can use the resources that God gave us if you feel convicted to do that. If you want to go with modern medicine, if that makes you feel better, y'all, it's your choice. You got a 50-50. If you want to combine the two, find a doctor that will help you and work with you. Okay? Y'all, I think I spit all that out. I think I got it all out because now I'm blank. Okay, I think I spit it all out for you. Do your research. Get some advice. Talk to some people. Talk to your doctor. Like I said, you can go this route or you can go this route. You got a 50-50 shot. Take care of your body. Y'all, the food pyramid. God put food here on this earth too to sustain our bodies. Vitamins, minerals to supplement our body with, y'all. To give our body the nutrition that it needs. If you need to change your diet, by all means, change your diet. Okay? Y'all, you only get one body. Except your heavenly body that you're going to get, okay? But your second body, whatever. You only get one vessel to live in here on this earth. You got to treat it with kindness. You got to take care of it, okay? Just like your eyes. You only going to get one set of eyes. You got to take care of them. Your teeth, you got to take care of them, okay? You have options. Study those options. Do your homework. Do your research. Ask questions. And then still talk it over with your doctor if you go that route, okay? Make sure you find a doctor that's going to listen to you, your concerns. Take the time with you. If something's off, something's not right, trust your gut. Keep pushing. Do what you got to do for this vessel. I'm all out of words, y'all. I will see y'all in the next video, and I'll be praying for y'all, and y'all pray about it. Get the direction that you need. God to help you figure out what you need to do for yourself. Pray about it first, okay? Pray, girl. Pray about it, girl. That's going to be a new saying of mine. Pray about it, girl. Pray about it, fella. Okay? I will see y'all in the next video.